Brothers will fight and kill each other. Sisters' children will defile kinship. It is harsh in the world, whoredom rife. An axe age, a sword age, shields are riven, a wind age, a wolf age, before the world goes headlong. No man will have mercy on another. This is how Völuspá describes the state of humanity in the final age, the age of the wolf. This age of degeneracy, which is called Kali Yuga in the Vedic literature and Iron Age in the works of Hesiodos and Ovidius, ultimately ends up with an eschatological war according to the Norse sagas. Ragnarök, the twilight of the gods. Forces of chaos rise and fight against the guardians of natural order. Mighty Thor falls after he kills the giant snake Jormungandr. The sacred tree, Yggdrasil, which holds the 9 worlds together, shudders and groans. Even the wise Odin is swallowed by Fenrir the wolf. It seems like there is no hope for the future of Cosmos. But then Vidar comes up. When Fenrir opens his jaws from earth to the sky, and in fact, according to Gylfaginning, he would open his jaws wider if there was more space, Vidar steps into the wolf's mouth and rends his jaws apart. In order to do this, he has to expand himself, because his size is normally not different than of other gods. By killing the wolf, Vidar awaits his father and saves the cosmos from absolute annihilation. From this point, he is the architect of reconstruction of the cosmos. There is a very similar god recognized by Vedic literature. His name is Vishnu, and according to Dumezil, this Sanskrit name shares the same Proto-Indo-European root with Vidar, V, which has meanings like wide, expanding, pervading, etc. This root emphasizes the common function of these gods. Like Vidar, Vishnu also has the ability to expand himself. He is already the all-pervading one. This is what Vishnu means, but at the times of crisis, he comes down to earth as an avatar to save his creation. In his own words from Bhagavad Gita, to deliver the righteous, destroy the wicked, and restore Dharma, the true way of life, he appears in every age. By the way, for those who want to read Bhagavad Gita, I recommend the literal translation by Hridayananda Das Goswami. I think it's the best translation ever, and if you are interested, you can check the link in the description below. In this video, we'll examine 2 different appearances of Vishnu. The first one that we'll examine is his most famous form, Krishna. In Bhagavata Purana, we find the story of Krishna defeating Aghasur the demon. Aghasur is a giant snake that swallows Krishna's friends. In order to save them, Krishna enters the demon's mouth and enlarges himself. Even though Aghasur realizes this and tries to save his life by extending his own body, he can't compete with Krishna and at the end dies. Here one may say that while Aghasur is a snake, Fenrir is a wolf. That is true. But considering that Fenrir is a sibling of the snake Jormungandr, it's possible to think that these creatures are also very similar. Let's look at the depiction of Fenrir killing by Vidar on Gosforth Cross that dates back to the first half of the 10th century. Here we can clearly see the creature's snake-like form. It can be said that the wide open jaws of Aghasur and Fenrir are a serious threat to the universal order, because these jaws have the potential to swallow the entire universe. In other words, they have the power to melt Earth with the sky again. But by rending these creatures' jaws by expanding themselves, both Vidar and Vishnu separate Earth and sky for the second time. They prevent chaos from its victory. They are the providers of order. While Vidar starts the second creation by killing the wolf, Krishna brings his friends back to life by killing the snake. The second appearance of Vishnu we'll examine today is Vamana. He is the dwarf incarnation of Vishnu. When Indra, who is the Vedic equivalent of Thor, is dethroned and all the gods are defeated by the demon Bali, who in this way becomes the ruler of 3 worlds, gods ask Vishnu for help. Vishnu, as a dwarf, approaches to Bali and convinces the demon to give him land as much as his 3 steps will cover. After the agreement, he expands himself, and with his first step he takes back all the earth, with his second step he takes back all the skies, and there is no space left for his third step, just like there was no space left for Fenrir to open his jaws wider. In this way, Vishnu gives the kingdom of Indra back to him and protects the divine order. Another similarity between Vidar and Vishnu is the expectations of others from them. There are Vedic prayers to Vishnu asking him to create spaces for homes, Similarly, in Lokasena, when Loki comes to the Hall of Gods, Odin asks Vidar for giving a space to him. According to Gylfaginning, the thick shoe that will be worn by Vidar during his battle against Fenrir is made of extra leather pieces that people have cut from their own shoes and collected by Vidar throughout all time. Therefore, anyone who is concerned enough to give assistance to gods should offer these pieces to him. This can be seen as a sign of a Vidar cult among pre-Christian Scandinavians. Dumezil says that it's highly possible that the name Vidar means the same as Sanskrit Vitaram, father. This word is openly used in hymns dedicated to Vishnu, like Sake Vishnu, Vitaram Vikramasva, meaning, O Vishnu, my comrade, step forth with wider stride. If this is true, if the name Vidar is really the same with the Sanskrit Vitaram, it means every time people call the name of Vidar, they express their hope for the future, his wider, farther step into the wolf's mouth. If you like this video and want to watch similar ones, don't forget to subscribe. Also, you can check my channel's trailer if you didn't watch it yet.